Despite Survivor 42 still being in its early stages, the new season is already showing a few major improvements over its predecessor, Survivor 41. These two seasons were filmed back-to-back in Fiji in 2021 following a long hiatus following 2020's Survivor, Winners at War. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, production on seasons 41 and 42 was pushed back for a year. Ultimately, however, both seasons were able to be filmed with safety measures in place for the production. The first of the two seasons to air, Survivor 41, received a mixed response from fans. Despite the strength of the cast, which included standout players like Shan Smith, Ricard Foy, and Xander Hastings, many viewers criticized the season's introduction of countless twists and its lopsided editing. Fans were upset that the twists took up so much screen time, leaving many relationships between players underdeveloped in the storyline and giving the eventual winner, Erika Kasupanen, an under-edited portrayal on the show. Only 2 episodes in, Survivor 42 is already off to a promising start. Because the seasons filmed back-to-back, Survivor 42 had already completed filming by the time Survivor 41 aired. Therefore, the producers couldn't gauge the negative fan response to season 41 before entering production for season 42. Alas, what has aired in the season so far indicates that producers might have made adjustments to level out the show's editing and storytelling techniques. Though season 42 carries over many of the twists that were introduced on Survivor 41, the show hasn't spent nearly as much time on them. Instead, the early portion of Survivor 42 has focused primarily on the tribe dynamics and player relationships, giving viewers insight into the interpersonal machinations driving the strategy of the game. This could be because fans are already familiar with the new twists, and the show doesn't have to spend as much time explaining them, which opens up pockets of airtime for viewers to get to know the castaways better. It is certainly a refreshing change of pace for the show to place less emphasis on twists and complicated game mechanics and instead place a larger focus on the players, allowing them to guide the story of the season. Of course, Survivor 42 has its fair share of twists. Despite garnering some comparisons to old-school Survivor, the season is still very much a part of the modern era of the show. On the other hand, the editing of the pre-merge episodes thus far has struck a nice balance with regard to twists, strategy, and camp life that will hopefully carry over into the rest of the season. Whether Survivor 42 remains on its current trajectory for the remainder of the season is yet to be seen, but the first few episodes definitely bode well. The cast is incredibly compelling, and it helps greatly that they've all had a fair amount of screen time on the show, so viewers aren't left in the dark on where they stand in the game or what their story is. Each player is bringing something to the table, and it's great to see them playing the Survivor game through the prism of even and balanced storytelling.
I'm the straight,